Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing some Hydroneer today because they released a DLC called Journey to Volcalogis. And hey, developers, thank you for a key, so I can be a nuisance in your game yet again. Our wild journey begins, as it always does, in front of the ever-amazing Ember Cradle, where usually the first thing I like to do is run on over here to our trusty tools and explain how the game works. But we're gonna save that till we get to the DLC. So let's get our trusty vehicle here. Excuse me. Didn't mean to hit you. Excuse me. Excuse me. What I was gonna say is we need to go find the DLC. But obviously, first thing we need to do is pulverize a random bystander who seems more than happy for me to just roll them over again and again. Anyway, enough of that guy. Let's go find the DLC. And if I were DLC, where would I be? Would I be up here in this mountain area? Didn't they say something about a volcano? Come on, game. Where is this DLC? Oh, you know what? I think maybe I figured it out. Well, let's go then. Onward to the DLC. Don't worry. This will just flip over on its own. Okay, surely this vehicle can just go all the way to it, right? Oh, I see. Now that I look around, I'm pretty sure that's what that boat is for. But I want to go over there with my vehicle. Come on. I can't seem to find a place where I can break through. Well, maybe I can just drive this thing right into... What do you mean it won't fit in there? Okay, so be it. If we go through here, we even see a little sign that tells us not to do that, which goes against every fiber of my being. But I'll allow it this time, just so we can get to the DLC. Okay, here we are. A beautiful ship all for us. Aren't we so lucky? And something tells me if we pull this lever, it's gonna take us exactly where we want to go. Yep, that'll do it. Yes, look, we're getting underway and everything. Say goodbye to the island of whatever this is called. And then after a quick loading screen, say hello to our new island. Volcanoville, here we come. Now it's time for us to disembark. Wait, can I just pull this lever and then make it off the boat? Let's find out. No, quickly, wait. No, wait, don't leave. Or do leave, I don't really care, actually. I'll be seeing you. And then another loading screen back. Oh, I see. Well, here we are after all. Under the ocean, just like we wanted. Not sure what I did, but if we head over here to the edge of the dirt, am I gonna be able to just keep going, or am I gonna fall off the earth? Let's find out. Well, I guess that was to be expected. Ah, fiddlesticks, it put me back on the mainland. You win this round, volcano thingy. I'll go ahead and play your game of using the boat the right way. Hey, and while this beautiful voyage is underway, let's talk about something else that's beautiful. And that's the new product by Displate, the sponsor of this video. In case you don't know, Displate creates posters, gloriously printed to a sheet of metal. They're beautiful and vibrant, not to mention sturdy. See, what did I tell you? They can really take a beating. And now, Displate has a new product line called Displate Textra, which takes the metal posters we know and love and gives them 3D contours, tactile textures, and matte and gloss effects. Here, let me show you a little bit better. Come here, light, I need this. Look at this. You can see the glorious lines, the bumps, the contours, and there's hundreds of designs ready to go with this Textra option, and they're expanding it to even more. And you can tell right now on the website which ones are Textra ready if they show this little option right here. And then you can preview the whole thing in 3D. I even compared the ones I got to how they're shown on the website, and what you see is pretty much what you're gonna get. Oh, and by the way, they're super easy to mount with a magnet they provide, and they'll stay put. Here, check out this display I have from the game Rust. I've had it on my wall for the last 5 months, and it's been perfectly in place thanks to these 2 magnets. And these other ones I got are a smaller size, so they only need 1 magnet apiece. Look how good that looks. Easy to mount, easy to adjust, easy to love. So if you like what you see, use my linky in the description, and check out the selected designs you can get right now with the new Textra finish. And thanks again to Displate for sponsoring. And here we are finally in the DLC, being totally normal and having not broken anything. All right, let's see what's going on around here. Oh, it's you. I'm surprised you're even alive. In the last episode I did, I filled his entire throne with dirt and then eventually nukes, and I thought that was that. Silly me. I guess I gotta try harder this time. Well, let's greet you, my liege. Oh, I'm being pulled into a cutscene. A cutscene where I still have control over my character, as it turns out. Meanwhile, the guy's trying to explain to me how the DLC works, but meanwhile, I'm in the background just being distracting. And you might be wondering why I look this way. Well, stuff happened. What happens if while this guy is talking to me, I just open up the menu and I click unstuck?
There's no water source.
Oh, I'm just gone, and I have no idea where I'm supposed to be. And then it zooms back out to where I am as they continue to talk. Well, that was great. I see that where they were is back over here somewhere. But I'm pretty sure whatever they had to say couldn't have been that important. What is important is that we have a fancy new vehicle. One that's absolutely gonna wow us. And also appears to be fueled by lava. Oh boy, can't wait to see what adventures await us. And it looks like this sign's gonna tell us everything we need to know. Digging is that way. Well, you don't have to tell me twice, or even once. You're a sign, you can't talk. And And oh my goodness, here we are. And there's the volcano. And let's see, this sign right here says either we can go to the right for digging or to the left for volcano. Well, I think we know what we're doing. We're going up the volcano, no question. And it's nice to see as I'm driving up here that there's so much new stuff to look at. Like, look at this. We're fine. Like, look at this. We've got lava and more lava. Not to mention over here, we also have lava. And then as we get up even higher, it looks like we have a big giant lift that takes us up somewhere. What happens if we get under the lift before it gets here? Okay, and then it just pops you on the platform. I'll take it. And here we are at the top. And how about that? There's even more lava up here, as well as a thing up ahead. Not really sure what I'm looking at. And if we go around the side here, it looks like there's also a lever that if we pull it, does nothing. Whatever. I'm sure in time we'll figure out what this all means. Something tells me it's gonna be anvil adjacent. All right, well, that was exciting. Let's get out of here. And let's see if we can take a more fun way down. Ah, yes, like this lava fall, which, ooh, looks like it could take us all the way to this snow globe over here. So off we go. Oh, and let's do some tricks while we're here like a sweet corkscrew before submerging ourselves completely into the lava, which you would think would kill us. But don't you worry, somehow we're just fine. Besides, I'm pretty sure his beautiful skin is immune to everything. Okay, and we'll take the nice easy route. I can see the dome in the distance. I think we're getting closer. Oh, I see. There's a bridge I could have been taking. That's gonna take us to New Glade. Shelter from the elements. Not sure why I would personally want that. I don't know. It seems kind of nice out here. What do they have in there that we don't have out here? Oh, I guess it is kind of nice. And we can still hit people, so I guess everything's fine. Actually, I have a more pressing question. Can we take these people and launch them out into the elements? Oh boy, can we. Where's your shelter now? How does it feel? You seem shockingly not concerned about any of this. I'm starting to think you guys just like the dome, but you certainly don't seem like you need it. Here you go, fly into the water now. Have a nice little cool off. The same goes for us, by the way. We don't seem to have a problem with lava. Like when we jump on it, sure, we bounce around a little bit, but overall, if we stay in it, we kind of get used to it. Anyway, let's do a quick tour of this town. First and foremost, it looks like there's a new interesting thing, which is this museum, which if we take a gander, looks like we can go inside and collect dinosaur bones. No, not that old guy. Like, it looks like it might be some kind of a...
Go fetch some hydrosaur bones, would you?
Yeah, there you go. A hydrosaur. And then this person gives me a quest where they want me to get them one bone. Fine, let me read more about it. Blah, 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 museum, return, blah, 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 one fossil, which will get me 100 scout guild tokens, which I don't really know what those are, but sure, we can keep an eye out for that. And let's see what else is happening around here. What does this store sell? Well, it looks like we have construction crates used to construct stores in New Glade. Wait a minute, I have to make the town? Jeweler construction crate, ticket office construction crate.
If you make the ticket office, you can take the ship to Mott's Island to buy more vehicles.
Oh my goodness, a ship and all that stuff. You must be so excited about your job. Anyway, past this loser, we have some more cool stuff, like this lava drill. Now we're talking. And this lava harvester. And the most exciting thing here, the task board. Store task notes for easy display. All by 50, thank you. Anyway, that's pretty much what this game is about. Digging and mining and stuff. As you can see by this other shop over here, this furthers what we're going to be doing. We've got all kinds of supplies like anvils and other stuff like a gem cutter and this magnet thingy and this bucket and pan, as well as building stuff, a bed for crying in, stuff for people smarter than me, and for some of my personal favorites, pipes, pipes, and more pipes. And as you can see when we mouse over them, they move lava around. This is different than the base game where you usually work with water, but it looks like here, oops, all lava. Oh, and I guess this thing in the center is that thing that keeps the dome up. And unfortunately, try as I might, the game doesn't let you actually jump into the middle. And boy, howdy do I want to. Oh, and in case you're curious, no, you can't launch the villagers into it. They just bounce right off. Here, let me help you get back into the museum. See, there you go. And now that we've seen civilization, let's head back out into the hot cold and see about some place where we can do some mining. Gosh, I should have been paying attention. I don't actually know where I'm going. Wait, never mind. Here's a sign. Let's see. Dig, town, or dig? Well, I've had enough town for now, so let's go check out this one. And after a nice uneventful drive, we arrive at our destination, Scoria Chamber. Look at this. It has all the information we need to know. You use the shovel and you spontaneously combust. But then I noticed this. They want me to pay for this. No, thank you. I'll be taking my goods elsewhere. And then instead of taking the road, we're gonna take a shortcut so that we can never truly get a sense of where we are. But I don't know, this looks promising. It's the town of Burrville. Oh, I get it, because it's cold here. You're all so clever. whatsoever. But it's good to know this place exists, because here you can buy conveyor belts, and goodness knows I'm gonna want those. Oh, now here's a citizen I like. Doesn't talk to me, looks disappointed in me. Why can't everybody be more like you? Anyway, that's great and all, but I'm tired of driving around. I just want to do some sweet, sweet digging. I know there's a free plot of land around here somewhere. There always is. I guess I should have listened to the guy at the very beginning, who was giving me clear, concise instructions. But wait, what have I come across here? What the heck is this? Ooh, looks like someone was murdered out here. Let's see, what is this? Ah, good, a Hydroneer leg. Excellent, I'll be sure to turn this into the local authorities later. I'm just excited to have a piece of a dead body in my truck. Oh wait, I found it. Here I am at the base of the volcano where I went this way. And it turns out our starting thing is right over here. Yep, here we are at beautiful Dawn Rest. What a piece of crap. But whatever, free is free. And now I can do my favorite part that I do every single episode and explain how these things work. So here we start with our shovel, bucket, and pan. And also a torch apparently. And also a map. But that would require, reading. So here's how it works. We take our shovel and the bucket and the pan, and then we walk all this stuff all the way closer to the lava. We take the old shovel, scoop up whatever this is, dump it into the bucket, and do this a couple more times. Then drop that shovel right on the ground, pick up your bucket, drop that pile into the pan, and then I'm gonna assume we pick up some lava? Well, let's find out. Well, I think that did it. We can pick this up with our hands, right? Yep, looks like we can. And then we take that lava, drop the thing in the thing, and ta-da, amazing minerals. Okay, wait, I got some questions now. If I get some more lava, what happens if I just dump it on the ice? Ooh, look at that. There's a noticeable indentation. That as the sun starts to set, you can definitely see it a little bit better. Well, that's all sorts of exciting. I love the idea I can affect everything without even using the shovel. Does the same work the opposite? Like if I take this stuff and then I take it over to the lava, does it melt when I put it near the lava? Looks like that's a yes. Or at least I think. I can still place some ice here, but no further it looks like. Although as we get closer to this side right here, we can get awfully close to the lava. So even though there's some boundaries, they're definitely not like hard boundaries. In fact, I'm pretty sure that was more of a border of our digging space and less about the lava, seeing as how I can just drop this stuff right in. And it doesn't seem to have any problem with this. Wow, nature's crazy. Anyway, once we have minerals like this thing, which in this case is a big old thing of gold ore, we can float this thing out in front of us, stroll past our vehicle, walk all the way back to town, and here we meet our best friend, the jeweler, staring vacantly off into space. And we walk up to them and we're like,
That mott lad must be swimming in tokens from all those tickets he sells.
sir, don't talk to me like we're friends. And then we throw it down on the table, which gives us a beautiful 5C, and then get away from them or else they're gonna keep talking, push the big red button, and take our amazing earnings back into my greedy little hands, and then turn around and give this person one last look of disdain, and then it's time to walk all the way back, 5 whole coins richer. And then I'm gonna place that right on the edge of the lava right here, just to keep it warm. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna lose that. I mean, clearly this is all fine. We don't seem to have a problem picking up things that are probably really, really hot, and we'll just go over here and do this a whole bunch more times. And then we do this process over and over again, until this turns into this. It's mineral extravaganza. I don't know what most of this is. And to top it off, we're gonna give it a little garnish. Yeah, there we go. Now it just looks like one big clump. And then back to this guy. Don't do it. Don't say anything. Okay, good. Anyway, look at that.
One day, I will buy.
Shut up. Anyway, we dug up enough minerals to land us a cool 6,024 coins. What a deal. Hey, what's your problem? You didn't want the lava? That's okay. Consider this a tip from me to you. Whatever, I'm sure he's fine. Anyway, this should be plenty of starting cash for us to buy some fun things. Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm here to buy some stuff, specifically these things, because nothing gets my heart pounding like a ticket office. So give me one of these and go put it over here on this buying platform. And then actually we're just gonna grab all of these. So this tier 1 store, as well as jeweler thingy, on you go, and this tier 2 thingy, and also tier 3. Who cares? We have the money. And then you take your cash, bring it on back over here and feed the payment bucket, and then push the big red button and this all becomes ours. Oh boy, so many things that I'm not quite sure what they do. Okay, let's see how this works. What do we do with this crate? Oh, I think I figured it out. Something tells me it goes in the big green space. Okay. I see. Well, it sure doesn't look very done. What do we have to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Objectives. Now we've done it. We have to get hardstone blocks and iron bars. I know, buddy. I'm upset, too, that we have to mine in a mining game. Well, I guess let's get started. Well, now I'm curious what these tier crates do. And here's an empty spot to put one right now. Oh, it's the tier 2 store. How silly of me. And just like the last thing, there's requirements for this thing too. This one takes the same things as before, just more of them, with the addition of cloudium bars. What do you think about this, sir? Yep, I get it. Just Blair Witching into a wall. And now to start our wild empire, let's get some supplies. I wager the first thing we're gonna need are some pipes. Pipes of all kinds, really. And we'll pick up a bunch of this other stuff too. Okay, let's go do some fun stuff with all this crap we bought. Okay, so here's my plan. I don't actually have a plan. I'm just gonna pick all this stuff up and put it down for now. Okay, that should about do it. I think we're about ready to start doing some stuff. I mean, I'm not exactly sure where everything is, but I know it's in there somewhere, so I'm sure we'll figure it out. For starters, we're gonna need one of them pipes that pulls the things from the thing. Yeah, this. The lava intake pipe. Pumps lava into pipe system, which means all we have to do is take this pipe and slap it right into the lava. Ah, yes. What a lovely noise. Then we can take one of these other pipes, perhaps this one, and then just slap it onto the front and we can extend its reach. Luckily, somewhere in here we have one of these twisty dealies, excuse me, a valve hook, which stops the passing of water, lava, or logic. Well, I don't need a device to stop the logic, but at least we can attach this to the lava pipe, then give it a little twist. Ah, thank goodness it stopped. And that lets us do a bunch of building without fear of that thing making noise or dribbling lava on everything, which I wouldn't have cared about if this were water. But when it comes to lava, something more dire can happen. Here, allow me to show you. Oh dear, there it goes. When is it gonna stop? Excellent question. I don't know, but I sure am excited to find out. So if we just peer in here, it doesn't look like it's going very far, but then I realized something. It might be up against this icy ramp. Like, we've got all this ice we can dig, but there is like a foundation we can't dig through. See, look, right there's the wall, which leads me to believe if we keep digging right here, we're gonna see that this lava-made hole probably only extends that far. Yep, it's stopping on the ramp. What I mean to say is we still don't know how far this will drip down. Will it go through all the ice? To do an accurate test, we're gonna have to build out a little further. A lot further. Yeah, that's probably better. If we zoom all the way out, we can see that it's essentially in the dead center of our little frozen pond thing, which hopefully means this is the deepest spot. Okay, let's find out. Well, it's definitely doing its thing, dropping that lava further and further, and we can definitely see it's doing something. Like, with every drop, we can see some kind of cosmetic change happening. It looks like it's not going down any further, so either that's as far down as it'll dig, or that's the bottom of the map. Well, let's find out. We'll just go down the old-fashioned way and see. As I stare at the blinding white and dig a hole. At least it's later in the day and I can see again. We're getting kind of closer, but not really. Actually, as I was digging all this stuff out, I realized that if I crouch and then shove myself way in here, I can actually see through the ground. Now, I know this might look weird at first, but this long column you're seeing here is actually this. We're just seeing it from a different angle like we're not supposed to. And because of that, we don't see all the surrounding dirt or anything. We just see straight through to whatever tunnels have been made. Well, that's all I needed to see. Now that I know how far down this is gonna melt, this opens up to a grand plan, which is I want to use all these supplies over here to do the digging for me. So just give me a second, this won't take very long. Okay, this should be better. Plenty of pipes to drop lava all over the place. And if all goes according to plan, it should create nice little divots for us. So let's go ahead and fire it up and see what happens. Oh wow, look at it go. Look at that lava just cascading down. And it's definitely making holes everywhere it lands. What a beautiful thing to watch. Quickly, let's head into our underground little thing and clip through to see what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we can see it's definitely digging down for us. We can see all these points where when the lava hits, it makes their little caverns bigger. Well, I'm sure pleased that this is working. On to the next stage of our plan. So the next thing we need to do here is take one of our machines. I think it's this one. The lava drill. The deeper you dig, the better the resources. Yeah, that sounds great. How about instead we do right on the surface? See, here's how it works. This thing goes brrr, and then this thing goes fluh. But in order for that to happen, we gotta plug it into some lava. You know, out of the back of its head. No problem. We'll just set up another one of these things. Okay, let's see if it works. Well, shiver me timbers, it does. What a convenient nature-made funnel. Well, if one is good, more has to be better, right? Of course it does. After all, what's the point of all these holes if we're not gonna use them as ice repositories? And the way I've set these up is they all connect to the same little pipeline, and all I have to do is turn the valve to open up the flow of lava. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. Ah, there they go. Talk about efficiency. Grinding up and spitting out ice to fill into holes made of ice. Although as awesome as this is, I'm noticing a flaw in my plan. What I wasn't accounting for is that these little pieces of ice can combine with other pieces of ice to make bigger pieces of ice. And if that happens, nothing's gonna fit down the hole anymore. See, I want you to be more like this and less like this. Don't Don't worry though, I have an idea of how to fix this. Because while these little ice cubes might change size, you know what'll never betray me? The size of the ore that comes out of them. I'm gonna assume that stuff like this gold ore will also fit down here. Yep, safe and sound. That's fine, we'll just adjust this process a little bit. We were gonna have to set up these things anyway. The lava harvesters. Breaks ice and frost rock chunks into resources. Now, one way I could fix this is I could take these machines and place them up a little higher, which means also the ice comes out higher, and then we could put the harvester right in front of it. So in theory, the ice will pop out of there, fall into this and be ground up, and then minerals will pop out of this chute, which will then fly down into these holes. But I've already done contraptions kind of like this. So let's do something a little bit different. Instead, we're gonna leave everything on the same level that it is now and move it back just one tile. We're gonna fill this new space in with something else, which is one of my favorite things to use in basically any situation, which we're gonna pick up back over here in Burrville. Watch out, coming through. Ah, there they are. My beautiful, beautiful conveyor belts. We got old favorite here, the one that goes straight ahead, and then the one that goes up, the two that help change direction, and then the ones I forgot what they do. There's also an additional thing we're gonna have to worry about, which is these. These aren't lava pipes like we have back at the base. Oh no, they're water pipes. Because even though everything else now takes lava, these things only work by hooking onto water pipes. So in addition to all that lava stuff, we have to figure out how to make these water pipes work for us too. Okay, so this is how this is gonna work. First and foremost, right over here is the machine that we're gonna use. The ice melter. Melts ice to produce water. Basically, it's kind of a three-part process. Step one, lava goes in there. No problem. And once we've done that, the lava will heat this up and the water will come out of here. But that water's not just gonna make itself. That's why we have to fill up this thing full of ice. And I could go over here and just grab some ice and then hop up here and just dump it into the machine. But I don't want to do stuff by hand. Why do it by hand if we can automate it? So I guess we're gonna set up some lava drills in the sky after all. But we can't place them yet this high because they need to be sitting on ice or else they don't have any ice to grab and spit out. No problem. It's time to make some snow piles. So we'll just grab some of this and put it over here and keep doing this until we have a nice big snow column. And then once we have that, let's go ahead and just put some ice like that and then just wrapping around. Okay, and there we go. It's beautiful. It's like a big fluffy cloud threatening to strangle this whole thing. And now it's time to place our drills. Look how good that looks. The only way it could get better is if we added 2 more. And now all we need to do is feed lava up to these things too. And that should about do it. There we go. Everything's connected with lava pipes. And since I was here, I went ahead and added another lava pipe that extends right on past our base, past the main road, up on top of this glacier, where it goes and continues to go all the way back to the starting boat that got us here. And where exactly does it lead? Oh, just to a little known shopkeeper who sits completely unaware for when I turn on the flow of lava. Anyway, no time like the present. Let's flip this thing on and see if it works. Here goes. Let's fire it up. Oh my goodness, it's actually working. The drills do their drilling thing. The chutes are shooting, and the ice is being instantly melted into this thingamabob. And water's coming out the water pipe. What a wonderful little system we've created for ourselves. And of course, we need to find out how this pipe is doing. Yep, working as intended. Now all we need to do is get our pipe system together. So all we need to do is connect these and a bunch here and then all the way down past the drills. Okay, great. We're really filling up the space. And now that we have all the pipes laid out, it's time to go back over to the truck and get our conveyor belts, which all we have to do to make these function is attach them to the now functioning water pipes. See, there it goes. And now all we need to do is connect it all the way down the line. Yeah, a little something like that. So let's open up the lava again and see if it works. There we go, working like a dream. I mean, for right now, it's not going anywhere. It's just stacking up over here and oh no. But that's okay, at least we know it's working. That and I feel like this is just making beautiful modern art. So the next thing we need to do is make sure it goes along the other side too. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Just gotta replace one pipe with one of these, send water over this direction, hook up all the pipes and conveyor belts, and there we go. And now that this stuff is ready to go, it's time to show off where these conveyor belts are gonna lead to. And that's gonna be up in the air. And we set these things to go up, and it's happening on both sides. Here, let's use a piece of ice to show the majestic journey that it takes. First, it makes its way down the conveyor belt before it connects to these other conveyor belts that takes it higher and higher. And oh boy, does it travel far. So far, in fact, that it goes past our lava machine that makes the lava rain. And then eventually on its journey, it makes its way up to here, where it meets this machine that puts it in the dead center before connecting in the middle, centered again, and then sent up even higher. And then once it reaches the top, it gets centered again. And at least at the moment, that's the end of our conveyor belt. Right now, it just kind of falls off. off. And that's because right here, that's where we're gonna place our lava harvester. There we go, ready to grind. And then burst forth with minerals that'll fall down below. And with any luck, they'll fall through all of this and land into the holes below. Oh, I guess I gotta get this stuff out of the way first. Thankfully, we've got this little toy. A magnet on a stick. Attracts resources when activated. So all we need to do is aim it at some of this ice and then activate. Okay, there we go. A nice big ball of this. Get on the belts. Have a nice trip. So far, so good. All of the ice is slithering its way up the conveyor belt. And as it reaches the top, it all centers up like it's supposed to, makes its way around the bend, and starts its further ascent. Looking even more like a snake than ever before. Oh boy, here we go. It's time to see if this'll work. Ah, yeah. Minerals galore. And as it absolutely waterfalls minerals down on us. The hope is that some of it makes its way through the cracks and falls down into the holes below. Look, one fell in right there. The whole thing is working. We saw it with our own eyes. Now all we need to do is clean up all this crap. Just throw it all around like a pile of laundry. I love it too because the magnet's pulling this stuff all creepily out of the holes, which let me tell you is as satisfying as it is creepy. Okay, that should about do it. Most of the ice is cleaned up and making its way up the belt. Obviously glorious results. And now it's time to turn our attention to exactly what we're doing with all these minerals. If we head on over here and use our X-ray vision, we can see that it's actually working. Look at our little vials of minerals, which means now it's time for the next stage of our plan. Hollowing this space out so we can get to the minerals. Oh, and here we go. Uncovering all of our secrets. And as you can see, as we reveal all this stuff, we can indeed see the holes created by the lava. Oh, what an underground fortress we're building for ourselves. Okay, I think that should about do it. We have a nice little cave with these weird immortalized columns of minerals. Easy fix. We'll just get this out of the way with our handy dandy magnet. There we go. Everything out of the way. And also, I don't know when this game became such a magnificent pore unclogging simulator, but here we are. And let's take all these minerals and dump them in our little bucket here, which is this magical infinite thing where if we keep slam dunking minerals into it long enough, they'll all settle. Okay, that'll take care of that. Let's see if the new minerals come through. Oh yeah, look at it working. One tiny mineral at a time. But over time, it's working great. Also, you might not know it by looking at this, but the more little pieces of ice that come out, the worse the frame rate gets. It's not so bad at first, but once things start to really get going, things start to get real rough real fast. Also, what the hell is that noise? Oh god, what is happening here? You know, in hindsight, I think I see what's going wrong with the frame rate. This thing appears to be clogged, and this giant piece of ice is just getting more and more, let's just go with hard packed, resulting in tons of hitching frame rates. And let's see what happens when we unclog this mess. Ah, I see. Good. Okay, we've cleared the obstruction. Now stuff will work again. And what's probably causing that to happen is even though these minerals are hitting these pipes and then falling down below, a bunch of them are probably finding their way onto the conveyor belt, and then they get clogged up above. That's okay, I think I know how we can fix this. And that's with these things. Splitter conveyor belts. Place resources on tray to split. So basically all we need to do is take one of these things and replace one of the normal conveyor belts with this thing. And now all we need to do is place on this little tray all the things we don't want to go up the conveyor belt. And now as stuff makes its way through, anything that's not those things gets filtered out. What a deal. And now that we've got that set up on both sides, let's use all of our new sorting talents to turn this underground ice fortress into a logistical masterpiece. Who's ready for a tour? First things first is all these minerals come down and get captured by the conveyor belts, where they continue their journey to the end and all head into the next cavern, where they come face to face with the sorting process. And now that they're properly sorted, it's time for them to go onward and upward, and up, until eventually, one by one, they branch off. And this applies to all 8 different types of minerals. Eventually, they all do a U-turn and head back the other direction. This whole contraption goes so high, in fact, that it goes right over this thing. So while this thing is sending minerals down, all these other conveyor belts are busy sending minerals up. Eventually, these things do level out and go on a conveyor belt that goes straight across instead of up, at which point they just keep going and going until they teeter off the edge. Don't worry, nothing bad is gonna happen to them, because they're falling harmlessly into these giant funnels. Look at them go. And down all the way back to the bottom. See, look, here comes one now. Wow, look how perfectly it's working. This process isn't excessive at all. Oh, frame rate, you're loving this, aren't you? All these minerals raining down from the sky, and then being so stupidly organized. But oh, is it worth it? You know, what the hell, the frame rate's so bad? Let's turn the lava back on, too. There we go, now that's the ultimate. Now there's so much crap happening at the same time. Who cares about the game running well? I know I don't. Doesn't feel like any of this town stuff matters anymore, does it? It's certainly making the villagers a little uneasy. Or maybe they just spotted my character. It's hard to know for sure. Well, we do definitely have the supplies now to meet these minimum requirements. Although I'm not sure what it matters now since I can barely move. Nice to see it's here though, I guess. Hey, how much will you give me for the rest of my bars here? Oh, okay, thanks.
Handcrafted products fetch hefty prices.
They sure do, don't they? Anyway, as awesome as this has been, we're not quite done yet. There's one individual we still need to take care of. And thankfully, dealing with this is gonna handle our frame rate problem too. Remember this handsome fella? We previously had the lava going right over his face, but now we have it a little ways off on top of this conveyor belt. And there's a special delivery on the way. Luckily, it's gonna take a little bit of time before it arrives. Just enough time for us to get back on this boat and get out of here. Have a nice summer, Nuke-tasia. Ah, and here we are back on the mainland. Presumably with a little time to spare. Well, that'll teach them. I want to thank Displayed again for sponsoring this video. Link in the description to learn more. So I hope you had fun, I know I did, and I'll see you next time.